This new poll says absolutely everything you need to know about the state of the media. I believe it's Gallup. Actually, it might be Pew, but I think it's Gallup. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's one of the two, major, well-known polling companies. But the question is, do you approve of the way that these, outlets, institutions, whatever you want to call them, are handling the response to the coronavirus? And look at this. So hospitals are the most liked. Hospitals get the approval of the public. 88% approve. That's a huge number. People understand how heroic these people are on the front lines. Daycare, 83%. People like their kids' daycare. Your state government actually gets 82%. People have, one of the things people have been getting robocalls from their mayors to tell them what's going on. I think people appreciate that and respect that, and some of the preventative measures that are being taken by some state governments. 82% say their employer has been good. I wonder if people have revised that, given that now 6.6 million people are unemployed. Then we have government health agencies such as the CDC or NIH, Centers for Disease Control or National Institute of Health, 80% approval rating. Vice President Mike Pence, 61% approval rating. President Donald Trump, 60% approval rating. I think their approval ratings are up there because they're out there quite a bit every day during this pandemic, and they're communicating with the people. Congress, even 59% approve of Congress. People like to kind of rally behind their leaders in times of crisis. This is a well-known, historical truism. It happened during 9/11 too. And then finally, at the very bottom there, the only institution that's underwater, the only one, the news media, 44% approve, 55% disapprove. Do I even need to say anything? Does that not speak for itself? The news media is despised, guys. And you know what? I think the people are right. They should despise it. So why? Well, this part of the conversation is all speculation and why do I think the numbers are low? But I think people realize how unserious they are and how sensationalistic they are. And a lot of the times that the media thinks they're owning Trump, they're really just looking ridiculous and trying to play gotcha with him. Like, the best example of this is the story that came out a few days ago where the media argued that Trump was responsible for these two morons who drank like fish tank cleaner. And all the headlines were like, couple hospitalized after they take the drug that Trump told them to. And then you read the story, and in the story they lay out, actually Trump was talking about a drug, chloroquine or hydrochloroquine, and they took a different derivative of that drug, which is obviously not safe for human consumption because it's a different drug. And, they drank the fish tank cleaner, and so they were hospitalized. So look at how much, that's just dishonest to blame him for that. I got a lot of problems with President Trump, but when he was talking about that drug, he is talking about a drug that they are researching, they are testing, they do think there is some promise to treat coronavirus with it. So why twist it? Trump is a target-rich environment. Why would you twist that story to make it seem like he's to blame when he's not? If you got two idiots drinking fish tank cleaner, that's on them. They're really stupid. Really stupid. And I saw so many people run with this as if it was a real story. A lot of people I like and respect covered the story. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's just dishonest. It's not his fault. Trump didn't do anything wrong in that respect, but they're blaming him anyway. And this is what you see. You see a bunch of grandstanding idiots trying to make themselves look good. You see sensationalism. You see finger pointing. It's just not... You don't see the really serious, sober coverage that we should see. And, that's not to say all. I think there are some media outlets and some particular individuals and certainly some print outlets that are pretty solid in handling with it, but they get drowned out by the squeaky wheel. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. they get drowned out by the stupid, preening, self-aggrandizing, narcissistic buffoons who think they're heroes. And again, it's a shame. It really is. So in the time of a pandemic, you really want incredibly sober, logical, reasonable coverage that gives you all the facts, all the information. And I'm sorry, but you just don't see that. And this is an indictment of all the mainstream media outlets, man. And it's a shame. I wish the media was a lot better than it is. I really do. Because even though them being bad opens the door for new media outlets to get more views and more appreciation and all that stuff, I would rather have legacy media, these guys, do a good job, because I just think it's better for the country if they do a good job. I mean, seriously, stop and think about the fact that every institution, every outlet, every segment of society is liked right now in a time of crisis, except the media. Because people know they've strayed from the original mission of what the media is supposed to be. The media is supposed to give you the news, what's happening in the world. They're supposed to give you the facts, the information, and educate you, teach you, so you learn. Instead, now it's all twist everything, morally grandstand, and there are different problems among the different outlets too, to be clear, because when you go to Fox News, what was Fox News doing? Fox News, up until it was way too late, was downplaying the coronavirus nonstop. Nonstop. They were downplaying it and acting like, oh, it's just the flu, it's no big deal, and just rank partisan nonsense. Rank partisan nonsense to defend their dear leader and the Trump administration. That's what it is. That's what it is. So I think people recognize that everything is twisted. Whether you're watching CNN and MSNBC, which is flat out corporate Democratic Party propaganda. They represent the corporate wing of the Democratic Party. Or whether you're watching Fox News, they're the Republican Party propagandists. Everything is twisted in one way or another, and it's not honest, straightforward, upfront, objective. They don't even really strive for the objectivity, and here we are. So the media is hated, and this is what I've been warning people for a very long time. 13% of Americans have a, quote, great deal of trust in the media. Just 13%. Just 13%. Like the media, 41%. That's still super low. Trump's approval rating is about 50% right now. Donald Trump is more liked than the media. Donald Trump is also more liked than Congress. 22% approval rating for Congress. So one of the messages that I have for left-wing leaders is, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Because they are. Left-wing leaders are always afraid to buck Democratic Party leadership, Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, and they're afraid to get negative press from corporate media. Why? Nobody likes those people. Lean into it. Wear it as a badge of honor if Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi come after you, and if the media comes after you, because nobody likes them. So let's grow a spine, and let's stand up for what's right, because I guarantee you guys, if you just take them on, they're paper tigers. And this is something Bernie Sanders never learned, unfortunately, and I think it's one of the reasons why he's now in the position that he's in. But the media is terrible, and everybody seems to get it.